Plessy's. It's 1862. I'm 1/8 black in New Orleans. Look at this. It's grandmother Plessy's. She's from Africa. She married my great-grandpa. He wasn't African. That makes me 1/8 African. I'm of racial heritage. I'm Mr. Plessy's. Homer Plessy's.
Look at me, I'm great-grandmother Plessy's. Look at me.
Look at me. I'm great man Plessy's, and you're from Africa. Nice to meet you.
I am from Africa. I'm a great man Plessy's.
Would you like to possibly have children, and then those children have children, and then those become Homer Plessy's in Louisiana?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Here, step into my office.
Okay.
Mrs. Plessy. Hello, my name is Mr. Plessy's. I'm a shoe polisher man. Would you like me to shine your shoes?
Sure thing.
That'll be 15.5 grapples.
All right, I'm only gonna pay you 9 grapples.
All right, that's a fine deal. I'm Mr. Plessy's. I'm a shoe man. I like to polish shoes. I also am 1/8 black, and I'm advocating for the social emancipation and freedom of the African Americans.
Hey, me too, except I'm on the opposite side.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Mr. Ferguson.
I'm Mr. Plessy's. Have a nice day.
I'm Mr. Ferguson. Don't look at me. I'm the bad guy.
Mrs. Plessy's. Hello, Louis. I'm here to marry you. I'm Mr. Plessy's.
Oh, I'm ready to be Mrs. Plessy's.
Oh, we're married? Give me a kiss.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's 1887. I'm Mr. Plessy's.
I'm Mrs. Plessy's.
And we're going to be social activists. I'm 1/8 black. I'm Mr. Plessy's.
I'm a female, Mrs. Plessy's. This is hair,
she's
Mrs.
my
Plessy's.
All right, look here, Mr. Ferguson. I'm Mr. Plessy's. And I want to ride that train. I'm 1/8. I'm a free man, Mr. Ferguson. I'm Mr. Plessy's. And separate and equal will not work, Mr. Ferguson. You're a bad man. You're a white guilt garbage of a man. I'm Mr. Plessy's. Look at me.
I'm Mr. Ferguson. Don't look at me. I don't like what Mr. Plessy is trying to tell me.
I'm a social activist. I'm Mr. Plessy's. I'm from 1662. You don't know me. You don't know my story. My grandmother's. I'm a free man. I'm Mr. Plessy's.
I'm Mr. Ferguson. Don't look at me.
I'm trying to reform society. You're a bad man, Mr. Ferguson.
You don't belong on the train, Mr. Plessy's.
Well, I paid for the train, Mr. Ferguson.
We don't like you because of your heritage, Mr. Plessy's.
Look at me, Mr. Ferguson.
No, don't look at
Plessy's.
me.
Look at.
Day 2.
I'm no longer Mr. Plessy's. I'm the future when the NAACP is formed. But Mr. Plessy's, he helped do it. He was like Brown versus not Brown. It was Mr. Plessy's versus Mr. Ferguson separately. I was like, that's not okay, and that led to the formation of the NAACP. It was a social group, and it helped everything. And it would later do things with Brown versus education, African American rights, because Mr. Ferguson's a bad man. That's what Mr. Plessy said. I'm not Mr. Plessy's.
We're the Board of Education. We don't like blacks and whites in the same crayon box because the purple crayon and the green crayon don't mix because purple is a weird color and they're not primary. So we should get a new crayon box, ones without the white drinking fountains. And so
I'm Mr. Brown. And let me tell you, Mr. Board of Education, you are incorrect. I remember back in the olden days, Mr. Plessy's, he was using the separate but equal, and that wasn't good. For the fourth, it's unconstitutional to keep them separate. You're a piece of shit, Board of Education. I'm Mr. Brown, and you.
I'm the Board of Education, and
that's right. You can't say anything because it's unconstitutional. I'm Mr. Brown, and I approve this message that the Board of Education is a no-good, white-controlled, led by the United States government, piece of gazorp shit. Leave all of that out.
Mr. Plessy's.
Mrs. All the women. Look at me. I was the females.
This is
I'm the most important guy.
for all the white people out there.